Yeah, I think after today, or after the stream today, I'm gonna close the alert poll, because I feel like it's pretty obvious which one's gonna win at this point. It's gonna be the subscriber one. So I'll close that one, and then I'll put another poll saying, like, which game would people want to see me run more. And I'll list, like, a bunch of them for people to vote which game they want to see me speedrun. It'll probably be, like, do every single category of this game, start one of the other ones, or something like that. Because I know some people have been enjoying just this game for just how chill and non-stressful it is. Welcome back, Sven. I nearly asked how your day was going again, just because of an impulse of, like, seeing someone come into chat. Ooh, this one's good. If it wasn't for one of the long rooms, this one would have been the, probably really close to the world record. Maybe even a PB for that, for 50. But nah, we're just getting close with this one. Maybe a little less close with this one because of these rooms. I'm just glad people didn't take the changes that have been happening to the streams as me just sort of getting, like, greedy. I think I just completely missed a jump scare that was supposed to happen. Every friggin' time! I'll get right on the edge of, like, a room that's meant to do something, and just immediately it'll just spawn, like, a big room. I'm talking about the community changes, like communists being greedy. Listen, it's aggressive socialism, I'll have you know. Communism is basically painting everything gray and then redistributing it, which I don't like. Yeah, I'm glad that people decided to continue sticking around when I just chopped some of the community game day stuff and things like that off for the meantime. So I can work on just getting the viewer numbers up so those things can come back stronger than ever. Because the whole point of them was meant to be like, oh, if you're new to the community, come play some stuff. And then it would basically just be like the same 3 people playing games. Which, if I wanted to do that, I would just host it normally with just people, instead of it making a big deal about it. Which I still want to do. I want to start doing games with just people in the community that I feel like deserve to be able to play. That's why I'm trying to find people to play, what's the game? Alien Swarm, because that game's fun. Excuse me. Alien Swarm. Also, fuck off, Goopy. Or Slimer. It's basically like a top-down alien shooter game It's really fun, it's free to play. I tried to join this community game days when I could, but I wasn't really able to because of times being messed up, but I was able to watch. Yeah, that was the thing. Like, if people couldn't participate, the stipulation was if you voted for something, it was you wanted to see people play it, so you'd at least be in the chat. A lot of times people would just vote for stuff and then either not show up or just, like, not participate. Even if they were online. Like, that was the thing. If people had stuff come up, like, obviously I wasn't gonna yell at them. But, like, if you say that you want to participate and then just play something else, like, at that point, that's when I get pissed off. It's like, I put on all this stuff for you, and then you just go, nah, I'm not into it. Like, you might as well just slap me in the face. This one isn't going... Oh my god, Jesus Christ, these rooms. I've gotten like 4 of them in this one split. Yeah, like, at first I didn't really care. I was just like, okay, well, people just wanted to see stuff being played, I guess. Then eventually I added the literal sentence, don't vote unless you are planning to participate or watch the stream, and people would still vote. Because what it told me when people voted was, these are the people that consider, what's it? Would you consider playing Hold Fast again? Maybe, if I find people to play it with. The problem is that apparently the game has very much died down. Like, a lot of the streamer hype that was behind the game sort of just left. Like, the game was basically carried by people like Soviet Womble, and I guess they just stopped playing it after a while. So now it's just like, oh, okay, well, it's a motherfucking game. Like, you can give me those rooms games, just don't have them all in the same fucking split, like, right after each other. Is that the Brie? Hey, Brittany. How's it going? Hope your day's been going well. God, this fucking slime. Pretty good? That's good to hear. Good to hear. Getting over sickness? Ah, it's never fun. The worst feeling is, like, when you're not quite fully up to 100% health, but, like, you still feel like just complete like shit. Just that in between. Just the worst. I keep forgetting it's the left door. Yeah, that weird, like, terrible area between, like, fully sick and not quite there yet. And fully healed, like, that just in between is always the worst. It's just like, oh, I feel like crap. But it's not enough for me to not just stay in bed all day. Just the big Fs. Can I not fucking get these rooms, please? They're so long. They suck. But yeah, other than that, I'm glad to hear you're doing pretty good. Ugh. It's so dark. I just don't like how long the rooms are. Like, just nothing happens in those rooms for so long. Unless you're being chased by a monster, and even then, because of the speedrun, you just ignore the monster. Come on, no swerve. Okay, we at least get to chop away at our deficit. Now we're only 18 seconds behind. Yay. This run is just so all over the place. If I was to submit this game for a GDQ, like, the time estimate for this game is gonna be such a bitch to put on. Because you basically, like, the time estimate for this game is accounting for RNG and failure. This game is the definition of both of those. Like, even in individual splits, it can be the difference of, like, 1 to 2 minutes. So I'd have to account for potential for failure, as well as 1 to 2 minutes of just normal game mechanics. Messing up the time. Basically, you rely on luck to win all speedruns of this game. Yep. There's some things that you can do better, like some things where you specifically know how to get through a puzzle. But even then, like, everyone has sort of the same advantage by just looking up, like, a walkthrough of the puzzle and just doing it. Because you have to rely on luck for the room layout, and you have to rely on luck for the monster it spawns. And there's one combination in the game that if you basically get it, just seals the fate of your run to just be a failed run. Which is, if you get the alien parasite, the dude that, like, changes form if you get too far away from him. If you get him, and then one of those long rooms, you basically can kiss any sort of PB goodbye. Because there's no way you're gonna get it after that. Excuse me. God, I can't wait for November to be over so I can get a goddamn haircut. Like, it was a nice idea in theory, but now I've gotten to the point where my hair is now becoming its own hat. And I got Slimer. And I'm probably gonna also lose time on this split, because reasons. Also, the game literally just tried to block me at every possible moment right there. Thank God for this game's properties with slime when you go around a corner. You can just avoid the entirety of it for some reason, because it's like a circle, it's not a square on the ground. So if it's right at the corner, you can just zip around it. Gold split to save roughly 15 seconds, I think? No, more than that, because I was 18, so that was about 17.4. Quick maths. So now I've got to somehow save 5 seconds in this final split to be able to get a PB and move my time on the board. Also, I hate this room's entire existence because it just sucks. That room is the literal equivalent of a coin flip. Okay, the next guy is coming up. I think it's at 220. No, it's like 212 or something. 212 or 215 or something. I can't remember exactly the timing. No, it's 213. Okay. There's probably some reference as to why it's 213, but I don't know. Okay, so anyone that has epilepsy, look away now for like 15 minutes. I really wish there was a way to just turn off his effects, because honestly, they're just so bad on the eyes. And debated? Yep. And that's just for you guys watching. Like, I have to continually stare at a much larger version of it because of my screen. And I have to keep looking for, like, the doors. You guys can just, like, look away if you want to. $13, $12. I can change the appearance of the walls and floors because I'm spooky. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! We are now second place. Woo! We did it. We did the thing. Let's get some good jobs and let's get some Spud cool Cuphead cools in chat. There you go. Now we only have to get like another 30 seconds off-ish to get past Sean.